that motivation.
This
Yes.
was a huge error in the design culture at the Forge that I could not stop. Too many first-time designers were so excited about rewards. They made every one of their games into a little B.F. Skinner behaviorist diagram.
Yes.
And each time I would say, it's not going to work.
Well, that was the kind of brutal answer I wanted to confirm my suspects.
Right. Back to Grey Ranks. The point of Grey Ranks is that when I played the game and play tested it at a very late stage, it was full of these rules. Every character has something that they love, they value. And he had a rule in there that every time that you talked about it or you brought it into the story or used it,
cut this out, but I ate that.
Right. I mean, then you get a little plus.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I told him, clean that shit out of there. All of you guys are doing this right now across all your games, and it makes them terrible. And it's, you pay attention, either you pay attention to it and forget to role play or care, or you are playing and having a good time and forget to pay attention to it.
Yes.
And it's like, and you can't reward a person mechanically for playing their character the way they want.
Yes.
And that's the curse of fate. You say, "Oh, I'm a paranoid guy. I want to get my hazard." And you're like, "What the hell is this? This is boring."
You get me perfectly. I can't play fate.
Yeah.
I can't. I think the problem is mine, but
no, I don't think you are wrong. This is one of the big secrets. Fate is supposed to be great, and we're all supposed to like it. And so I started walking around saying Fate is not a very fun game. And it will not produce a story through play except through just talking through it that you could do without the dice. The dice are worthless. And so everybody responded. I was in Italy when I said that.
Okay.
Do you know what happened when I said that?
There is kind of a cult here.
Do you know what I said? What happened? Everybody whipped out their phones and started texting everybody saying, Ron just said something terrible about Fate. And I came out of that seminar and everybody ran up to me saying, "Oh, what did you say about Fate? What did you say about Fate?" And I was like, "You people are crazy. Get over it."
Yeah.
And then ever since, people have been admitting to me one by one, yeah, I actually don't really like it.
Yeah, in the global chats, in the big channels, everybody speaks about Fate. And then in the private chats, but I don't really play it. It's not really funny. And I like, say it. It's not a problem. I mean, we have all been in love with games that over time proved not to be all that. They are still useful. They are still important, but they can have flaws. There is this fear that a game can be flawed.
Let's not do that in this game. What we want to do is give the mechanics for this to be fun, and then people will spontaneously fill in more that seems fun to them.
Yeah.
And it may be the consequences of injury, or it may not be. And so therefore, if you want there to be mechanical consequences of injury in your game, put them in. I'm not saying not to do it.
I need to have something. My conundrum is I need to have something, but I don't want a death spiral.
Right. So that's fine. There's different ways to do it.
I need to find a way to.
Well, let's actually fight and play with that.
Okay.
So here I am with Tessa, and here I am with. But by the way, the sheet. If the sheet represents how to use the character, if this is really an instrument of play, it's really usable. I mean, it's really usable.
I'm very visual in my design, so
it's what I mean. It's not just the graphics; it's the logic of what I'm looking at is very clear to me. And I think I am not alone. In fact, I know I'm not alone in wishing that we could find 4th edition with most of the chrome scrubbed off, right?
Yes.
And just actually have functional pieces and not all the subroutines.
Have you tried Pathfinder 2? Because I'm testing Pathfinder 2, and it's the character sheet is a damn tax.
Yeah.
It has everything, but it's unreadable.
Right.
16 years old me would love that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no.
Mhm,
No.
mhm. So I really looking at this, I say, well, I feel like I know how to use this. I could be wrong,
Nice.
but I feel like I know how.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a look at our battle map, and I'm going to
Okay.
say that uh, the Minotaur
Yes.
is going to be, let's put it at A,
Okay.
and it's looking over toward F,
Which is okay.
because F is, where everybody would be coming in, and it's guarding something in there.
Okay.
However, I, being me, have managed to get in somehow,
Yes.
and I am actually at D.
Nice.
Okay? And it doesn't
Okay.
know I'm there yet.
Yet.
Go.
Okay, so what happens now is that the narrator who is controlling the Minotaur is saying the Minotaur is looking the door, and it has not detected you yet. So Tessa would decide now to move slowly. Well,
No,
I
I'm
guess.
playing Tessa.
Okay, the Minotaur is looking at the door. He's
Okay.
having his axe and.
Well, there's no way that I can get the thing that I want in here without actually taking on the Minotaur.
Yes.
And I'm just going to have a little bit of fun here and realize that my friend, who is also supposed to be in here, isn't.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My friend.
Yeah. No.
You see, if we could both take the Minotaur by surprise, we would have a pretty good chance. But it's just me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to sneak along. I'm going to say that the top is north.
Yes.
So I'm going to sneak along north, more or less toward E.
Okay.
But not directly out at E, but in that direction. I'm going to sneak up so that I will be directly behind the Minotaur, and I will get as close as I can, as sneakily as I can, and I'm going to look at my little skills. Abilities.
The skill list. Okay, the skill list is the big vulnerability because that's how it works now. But it's something that I'm still really working on, the list and how it works, because I don't want to.
I'm playing one of the sheet.
So you don't care. Yeah. It's
I'm playing the sheet that I know you're suffering. You're a game designer.
Yes.
Go suffer somewhere else.
Right? Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So we have a couple of interesting things. First of all, I have armored agility, and that gives me. Okay, that's the dodge thing, and then I've got this.
Armored agility basically lets you trade some of your dodge range, because when you dodge, you can move a certain distance.
So I was just looking at my abilities just to see if anything applies here, but I am actually thinking that this is some kind of difference between guile and stealth, but I suppose it's stealth.
Yes, stealth.
Okay. So tell me what I roll.
Okay, so I need to pick up the sheet myself. A second. Give me a second. Okay. So you are rolling. You have 1 point instead. So each dot you see is one scale up in your basic 2d6 component of the roll.
Right. So here's my 2d6, and I get to scale it up how?
Yeah. So basically 1d6 becomes a d8.
No problem.
So
let me
pull out
my big dice bag. And now I have my D6 and my D8. Okay. And
1d10 for your 1d10 for your agility.
1d10. That's right. And that's 1d10 in addition to these.
Yes.
Okay. That's right, because we talked about how we are basically doing 3d6 rolls.
Yes.
Except we are playing with the sizes. Okay.
That's
perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
so
the next question I will not ask you because you will know, but I have to ask you is that you want to do it carefully, or you are trying to rush there? I mean,
that's a really good question. This case, I'm all by myself, and I think that, you know what? There's no benefit to doing this quickly. I'm going to go carefully.
Perfect. Well, there is no benefit, but here I need to explain something. What does that mean? That means how much space you can cover in how much time.
So I'm going for tension rather than.
Okay. So now I'm going to tell you that, and I need to share something with you because you won't get what we are doing otherwise. So give me a second.
And so I'm going carefully, like you said.
Yes. So let's suppose you are a starting character, so you're going to be in spot one, on top basically of the little clock thing we see. You are going to have one token that represents you that goes on the circle. Okay.
Where do I put it?
Yeah, basically, no. Imagine that as that's you put it north. So put it on top. Well, there is you see the yellow thingy between the yellow and thingy on top.
Okay.
So basically, what happens now is that you are the first person to start success. So we start tracking time now. Mm-hmm. And you want to move, you want to get, I guess, behind the monster.
3 axes.
3 axes. Normally, this will take, 6 steps because, this would take, you want to move 3 axes. This will take, 6 steps because you take 1 step, you move 1 and take 2. Right. Seconds, more or less. But now we are going to take 9 because you're doing it carefully. No so it's a tad bit slower. So you move into the inner track because this is a continued action that could be interrupted. Okay, and you put yourself at 9.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am at 9.
Okay. At this point, I tell you that, as the narrator, I tell you that when you are around 5th spot, the Minotaur begins turning. So you dial back to 5, and I tell you, he's beginning to turn. Do you want to change anything of your actions?
Well, if
he's turning south.
You're right. Then at this point, then I'll have to charge for a surprise attack before he notices me.
Okay, so basically you will be halfway through the second space. That's not. And in this case, I was trying to, let's say that, to simplify things, okay, so he's going to turn and you're going to have to roll your stealth check at this point.
Doing it right now.
Right now, yes.
And so I give you the sum, correct, of my 3 dice?
Yes, because there is nothing to choose here, okay?
Right, I have no extra dice, and so I get a 12.
Okay, you get a 12, and that's basically, that means that since, well, the Minotaur has a very, because I don't have a sheet for a Minotaur yet, just the tentative stats, it would have a very high perception. So let's say that a 12 is not enough because the Minotaurs are traditionally
guardians and all this sort of thing.
Yes, okay, perceptive. Sure. So I would think it would have something like 14 or 13.
Okay.
Requiring
and one of the dice is showing a 1, so it's not a great roll. Okay.
Okay, so basically at this point, when the Minotaur notices you when you are on the second step of your action, and at this point he is active. And the thing is that he has noticed you, but in 2 steps he's going to do nothing aside from probably readying his weapon. He doesn't have time to. So what he does is probably he makes is active and he makes a step toward you.
Yes, he's getting his. So yes. Well, yes. I'm hoping to get there first and to get in a good nasty cut onto him.
So basically, now you are looking to get 9. We were at 5. He makes, so you have to place the token for the Minotaur, basically at 7, and then at 7 you meet. At 7 you meet, because he makes a step forward, you need 1 step less, and you're going to meet at 7. At this point, your agility is, you are even, you're the same stage, and when you are the same stage, the players win. Okay, and so you are going to act first.
So now I'm going to attack.
Yes.
And according to my sheet,
yes.
I have, with my light weapons, I have 1 dot.
Yes. So that's then again, yeah.
I've got light weapons and thrown weapons.
Yes.
And it seems to me as though I have my short spear.
Yes.
And I have my dagger.
Of course.
So I am going to throw this short spear directly into his face.
Okay, so I guess you will do this a bit sooner.
It's the fastest way I can attack right now.
Yes, of course. So you probably are going to do that before you get to. You're going to do that at 5 when I interrupted you. Okay. He starts moving, and you throw.
Yeah.
So basically,
the idea is I don't want to close with him on equal terms.